From Oromia Broadcasting Network, OBN. I'm Commander Muidan. Stay with us. The government of Italy announced that it will work to offer necessary support for the repair of Aksum obelisk. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed, who has attended the Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation in Beijing, has also held sideline talks with his Italian counterpart Giuseppe Conte. According to Fana Broadcasting Corporation website, Giuseppe Conte vowed to support the conservation and maintenance of Aksum obelisk. Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte has also pledged to donate 5 million euros to support the beautifying Shaggar project initiative of the Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed. Dine for Shaggar event, a fundraising dinner that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed will host in May to make Finfinne city green and clean. The first president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Negaso Gidada, passed away at age 76. He has contributed well in the struggle of the Oromo people. Anwar Karid.
The first president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Negaso Gidada Solen, has passed away at the age of 76. He was born in 1943 in Dambidolo town of Kelamollaga zone. He has contributed a lot in Oromo struggle since 1970s when he was a student at Addis Ababa University. Negaso Gidada went to Germany and studied social history, where he has got his PhD from Johann Wolfgang Goethe University in Frankfurt am Main in 1984. He wrote his dissertation entitled History of Sayo Oromo of Southwestern Wallagga, Ethiopia, from about 1730 to 1886. Later, this dissertation work has been published in 2001 with 288 pages at Mega Printing Enterprise in Finnish City.
እንደ ኦሮሞነቴ ስለ የኦሮሞን ህዝብ ታሪክ በመጻፍ ለኦሮሞ ህዝብ መብት ሲታገል የኦሮሞ ህዝብ የኢትዮጵያ አካል እንደሆነ
As an Oromo, I wrote about the Oromo people. It was part of the struggle I made for the rights of my people. It was part of correcting the Ethiopian historiography concerning the Oromo people. Dr. Negaso Gidada had also played a great role in the establishment of Machatu Lama Association. He was a member of the Oromo Liberation Front, OLF, when he was in Europe. He came home after the fall of the Derg regime and served as Minister of Information during the transitional government in Ethiopia in early 90s.
Ummati keenya kan inni dhabee ture bara Dergis bara Haile Sillaasees kan inni dhabee ture maanni
Our people failed in the past regimes because of the lack of unity and getting organized. There was no respect of democratic rights. There were not situations like today to aware our people. There was no political party with well-organized base to organize and lead our people. In 1995, he is sworn in to the office as the first president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. After serving for 7 years, he resigned due to disagreements within the government by then led by the late Prime Minister Meles Zenawi. The government refused to give me what I was supposed to get as president. Now, 13 years have gone. In fact, I'm a man of principle and goal. They planned to get me mad or make me leave the country. However, it was just in 2018 that the government of the Oromia Regional State, during the presidency of the former president of the Oromia Regional State, Lama Magarsa, that the government of the region and the ruling party, the Oromo Democratic Party, ODP, Dr. Negaso Gidada, was given recognition and award of a car and money. I thank you. I'm happy for the recognition. I got this car too. Dr. Negaso had his first wife, Dasituk Ajela, by whom he had 2 children, and his German wife, a nurse and a midwifer, Regina Abels, with whom he was living. He has a daughter by Regina. Dr. Negaso was fluent in Afan Oromo, Amharic, English, and German. He is survived by a son and 2 daughters.
Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed extended his condolences to the people of Ethiopia and his family over the passing of the former president, Dr. Negaso Gidada. Dr. Negaso Gidada passed away aged 76 in Germany. We have more on that. The former president of Ethiopia, Dr. Negaso Gidada Solan, passed away at the age of 76. He was born on September 8, 1943 in Damdolo, Welegaw, Oromia regional state in western part of Ethiopia. Dr. Negaso Gidada studied history at Haile Selassie First University, now Addis Ababa University, from 1966 to 1971. From 71 to 74, he served as school director and history teacher in Ira in western Welegaw. He left for Germany in October 1974 and lived there until July 1991. During his time, he studied history in the Department of Ethnology at the J.Y. George University in Frankfurt am Main. Dr. Negaso was son of Gidada Solan, one of the known and first local ministers of Protestant Church in Damdolo in western part of Ethiopia. Dr. Negaso had been an active member of the Oromo Liberation Front (OLF) in Europe and had been the Minister of Information in the transitional government of Ethiopia and the Central Committee member of the Oromo People's Democratic Organization (OPDO) and the now Oromo Democratic Party (ODP) when he has become president of Ethiopia in August 22, 1995. In July 2018, Dr. Negaso became a founding member of the Forum for Democratic Dialogue (FDD), a new coalition of opposition parties and activists. Then in November 2009, he announced that he had joined the Unity for Democracy and Justice Party, one of the 8 parties in FDD, to try to unite Ethiopia. Dr. Negaso was married to Regina Abelt, a German nurse and midwife, and the first foreign First Lady of Ethiopia. In Ethiopia, one of the milestones of Dr. Negaso's political activities in early 90s was to become a member of the Constitutional Drafting Committee, which was tasked to draft the present constitution of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. Dr. Negaso also served as chairman of the Constitutional Assembly, which adopted the current constitution. In 1995, he became the first head of state of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia and had signed on the proclamation that adopted the final copy of the constitution, which remained intact but controversial as of yet. Dr. Negaso, who served as president of Ethiopia from 1995 to 2001, died in Germany when he was taking treatment. According to the office of the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed extended his condolences to the people of Ethiopia and his family over the passing of the former president. It is also noted that a national committee to oversee the funeral arrangements is going to be established and will communicate the details of the funeral program accordingly. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the House of People's Representatives, the House of Federation, the Ministry of Transport and Regional States also expressed their deepest condolences over the death of the former president of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Negaso Gidada. Some individuals called on concerning bodies to develop a Dajila ceremonial grounds of the Gada system. Head of the Oromia Culture and Tourism Bureau, Dr. Garamul Luka, said works are underway to conserve, develop, and promote the culture, historical, and natural treasures of the Oromo people. Sorry, Chakapanija reporters.
In the Geda system of Oromo people, the Geda ceremonial ground, Ardajilas, have the special respect and the conservation by the Oromo people. Here is the Erecha festivity ceremonial ground. The Oromo peoples celebrate Erecha festivity per year here in Bishoftu town at Horar Sadi. But this area never gets the conservation it needs.
My name is Nabiju Balacho. I come from South Nation Nationalities and People's Regional State. It is my first time when I'm visiting Erecha festivity ground. What I'm seeing here is very different from what I have heard so far. The culture side where millions of Oromo people celebrate is not developed well. The concerned bodies should work to make this area attractive and great as it is history. There is no recreation center where the tourists get food and drink.
My name is Chala Brano. I'm resident of Bishoftu town. The conservation of Arsadi Lake is relatively good from the past time, but still it needs conservation and infrastructural development like road.
The place where we found now is called Odanabe. Odanabe is a Gada ceremonial ground for the Tulama Oromo clans. It is a center for all 5 Gada parties, Misensa Gada. In my personal visit, I have met before Mendes. In some areas, Gada cultural sites are well protected and developed, but most of them are found in serious problems.
Head of the Oromia Culture and Tourism Bureau, Dr. Garamo Huluka Forspar said his bureau is working attentively on the conservation of cultural and tourism sites.
When we identify what is the problem in Oromia culture and the tourism activities, one of the basic issues we have identified is the problem of promotion. So not only identifying the problem, we are dealing with how to solve this promotion problem. This very natural and very fact issue. And otherwise we change our promotion style and solve our promotion problem, we cannot develop tourism of this region. So this is a major problem we have identified and we are working on it.
UTV channel is Oromia Broadcasting Network, OBN Voice of the People, now is from abroad. Pope Francis has donated 500,000 US dollars to help migrants stranded in Mexico as they try to reach the US border, the Vatican said. The money comes from the Catholic Church's Peter Pence Fund from church collection around the world. Statement said vital aid for the migrants was falling as global media coverage the crisis decreased. The Pope has previously criticized US President Donald Trump's aim of building a wall to keep migrants out. The US have put pressure on Mexico's government to stem the so-called caravans of people from Central America heading north. Many of these migrants say they are feeling persecution, violence, and poverty in their home countries. Last week, officials detained nearly 400 migrants traveling through Mexico's southern Chiapas state trying to reach the US. In March, the Pope criticized political leaders who tried to erect barriers to keep migrants out, the BBC reported. Many thanks for your time. That's all what you had. Enjoy the remaining programs with OBN.